Hi, this is Jack Godfrey, and this is Beginner Qigong. I offer 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Intermediate Qigong on Monday, Beginner Qigong on Wednesday, and Beginner Tai Chi on Friday. On Saturday, I offer a live class on Zoom at 9 a.m. in the morning, Atlantic time. If you're interested in attending the live class, send an email to jack.godfrey49@gmail.com and I'll add you to the distribution list. In today's video, we're getting near the end of spring, which is June 21st. And so today we're focusing on the Golden Chi Ball series, but we're also going to look at the healing sound for the spring, which is shh, and the organs that are associated with that are the liver and the gallbladder. There's also an animal associated with the spring as well, and it is the deer. And so we're going to look at those two after we get through the Golden Chi Ball series. And as always, when we start our classes, we start with our standing posture. So for the springtime, it's standing like a tree. And so for this, once again, we start with our foundation. So the feet parallel and about hip width apart. So pick a foot, pick the toes up of that foot, pick the heel up as well. So we have a look here. And then you swing that heel around, you drop it down by the ball joint of the other foot. It should just about touch. Maybe there's a little gap, maybe not. That's fine, as long as it's close. Lift the heel, lift the toes of that same foot. Now you're resting on the ball joint. Pivot the foot on the ball joint and put it down so the feet are parallel. This is the space we're looking for between our feet. And now, we have a small triangle, so we come to the toes. We have a large triangle. We come back into the heels. So you inhale, we come forward onto the small triangle. And exhale, we come back onto the large triangle. And now, once we've got our foundation established in the feet, bend the knees ever so slightly. What you want to avoid is locking the knee joint. So keep the knees slightly bent. Grab the hips, push down with the thumbs, pull the tailbone into the body, pull the belly button in, lift the ribs. So we have a bit of a dragon's back here, so we're creating space in the abdomen. Lift the chin, gaze to the horizon. Bring the hands up so they're about the same height as your elbows. Pull the elbows back behind you. Turn the hands out to the side. And bring the elbows towards each other. Nice big stretch in the top of the chest. And now we gaze to the horizon, lift the top of the head to the heavens. And now, standing like a tree, we bring the arms up. So the elbow is about the same height as the shoulders. We bring the hands forward so the wrists and the toes are more or less in a straight line. Toes touch a wall, hands touch a wall is another way to visualize this. And now, you breathe in as we drift forward onto the small triangle. You drift back onto the large triangle. So we're breathing in time to the music. When a ding happens, we change breath. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And when you inhale, you want to fill the bottom of the lungs, have the abdomen expand. And then on the exhale, you want to empty the lungs completely. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, we drift forward, and exhale, we drift back. So one more cycle, inhaling and exhale. And we'll let the arms come on down. All right, so now we're going to move directly into the Golden Chi Ball series. So your hands are wet. Shake the water off your hands. So this is called shaking the 9 gates. So the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders are a set of 3 of the 9 gates. And then we add in the knees, the hips, and the ankles, the second set of 3. So we've covered 6 of the 9 gates. And the last 3 are in the back. So the lower back, the ribs, and the neck. So you turn and look over the shoulder. Come back to the front. And we look over the shoulder on the other side, getting a good twist. So inhale here. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. And then we come back to the front. And we stop. And we should have some tingling going on, a bit of color, a bit of pink in the hands. And this is us getting the chi to the extremities. And so we draw that chi in to the brass basin. Next is standing on a boat. So for this, the feet are still in the narrow stance. Our knees are still slightly bent. And now, standing on a boat, we put the weight into the toes. So this is on the small triangle. We lift the ribs, we lift the chin, we bring the arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands down. So inhaling, we lift the gaze. Exhale, we lower the gaze. So inhale, dragon's back, stretch the front of the body. Exhale, turtle back, stretch the back of the body. So inhaling. Inhale, we come up. And exhale. And we'll do one more of these. All right, so next is Phoenix ascends the flame. So for this one, we're going to be reaching down to the earth and lowering our hips. So the key thing here is when you lower your hips and you're bending over, you want to make sure your shoulders and your head stay well above your hips. This is not a bend over and put your head on the floor. It's just a lowering down. The other thing to realize here is you want to work well within the boundaries of your body. So what's comfortable for you and your body is what we're looking to do. So, Phoenix ascends the flame. Inhale, we reach down to the earth. We gather the chi. We bring it up to the heavens. We have a dragon's back here. And then exhale, we draw that in to the brass basin. So inhaling. And exhale. Inhale, you watch the hands as they come up. And then exhale, watch the other hand as you draw the chi in to the brass basin. So inhale. Exhale. And one more. All right, so the next one is monkey leaps from a tree. So for this one, we're reaching up. We're catching a parcel. We're sinking down. And then we put the parcel down and we come back up. So it's inhale with a dragon's back. We watch the parcel. We watch the hands. Then we move to a turtle back. Inhaling, we come up, stretching the back. So exhale, we sink down. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhaling, we come back up. And exhale, we come on down. And we're going to turn to the side here so you can have a look from the side. So a dragon's back here. Lift the ribs, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, we sink down, the head well above the hips. Move to a turtle back here. Tuck chin, tuck tailbone, stretching the spine. We come back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling here. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. And that was monkey leaps from a tree. Next one is snake rises from the grass. So for this guy, we're still in that narrow stance with the feet. We start here. We gather some chi with some open palms, so the back of the hands face each other. We gather that chi, bring it around to the kidneys. And then we bring the hands to the front of the body, so we come across the top of the hips, down the inside of the legs with a dragon's back here. We come down as far as we're comfortable. And inhale, we come back up with the palms against the legs this time. And we drop the chi in to the brass basin. So from the side, it looks like this. Inhale, gathering the chi. Exhale, we fold forward with the dragon's back. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, moving to a turtle back. We'll come back up and drop the chi in to the brass basin. So we'll do a few of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, drop the chi in to the brass basin. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, we gather the chi. Exhale. Inhaling. All right. And next is embracing the sun and the moon. And so for this, we need to be in a different stance with our feet. So far, we've been using the narrow stance, and now it's stacking the bones. So you step out to the side. So you want to get the shoulder, the ribs, the hip, the ankle, all in a pile, hence the stack of bones here. So everything's all piled up. This knee is slightly bent, this leg is straight, feet are more or less parallel. Then you come over here and see if the same thing is happening here. And we may need to adjust the space between the feet. So knee bent, leg straight, shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a stack. And now we move from side to side. So come over here, put the weight in the heels. So we land in the heel. Shift to the toes. Push with the toes and land in the heel. Shift so the weight is in the toes and we land in the heel. So what's happening here is the hips have turned a little bit. We put weight in the toes. Now the hips are facing this way. We land in the heels and we're facing this way. Shift to the toes. Push with the toes, land in the heel. Shift to the toes, push. And so we have this movement happening with the hips where we're making a figure 8 infinity symbol on the earth. And so this is us moving from side to side. Now, embracing the sun and the moon. Well, like all of the Qigong moves, they have many names by many different people. It's also known as dragon plays with the ball. So we come over here, weight in the heel. We gather some Qi from the moon. And we shift the weight into the heel, into the toes. We're here, shift the weight into the heel. We rise up, we gather some Qi from the sun. Push with the toes, land in the heel. And we're gathering Qi as we move from side to side. So we gather some hot Qi from the sun, some cool Qi from the moon, some yang Qi from the sun, and some yin Qi from the moon. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And you watch the hands. In all of these movements, we keep our attention, our gaze, focused on the hands. So we'll do one more cycle. So we're here, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we come back to the center and we draw the feet back together here. All right, next is clearing the 7 energy centers. So we start with the root chakra, the navel, the stomach, the heart, the throat, and the forehead. And so we're standing in our narrow stance here. We start with stirring up the Qi in the brass basin. The brass basin is from around about the navel down to the root. It's this area of the body here where the Qi is stored and where we draw from it to keep the body vital and moving. So we stir this Qi up in the brass basin, going up the back and down the front. And now we draw some of this Qi out. So clearing the 7 energy centers, we push down to the root. We come up the back. We push through at the navel. So exhale. Inhale, we're on the small triangle. Exhale, we're on the large triangle. Inhale, a dragon's back. Exhale, a turtle back. Now we move up to the stomach. Exhale, watch the hands go down. Inhale, imagine the hands coming up. Exhale. And now we move up to the heart. exhale. Inhale. And now we move up to the throat. Inhale, small triangle. Exhale, large triangle. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, turtle back. And now we move up to the forehead. Once more here. And now we come up to the crown, the top of the head, the Baha'i point. And now we come down from the crown, once at each spot. Now to the forehead. The throat. The heart. The stomach. The navel. And once more at the navel for the root. And now we pull down the heavens 3 times before we move on to the last few of the Golden Chi Ball series. So we gather the chi from the earth. Reach up to the heavens. We draw the chi down from the heavens in to the brass basin. And now we move on to gather the clouds to make a jade pillow. So for this, we gather the chi from the heavens. We bring it to the back of the head, to the base of the skull. Open the elbows wide, lift the ribs. We look up to the heavens. Then exhale. We tuck the chin, bring the elbows forward. We don't pull on the head, rounding the back. Then inhale, we come up, lifting the ribs, opening wide. And then exhale, massaging the gallbladder meridian, the sides of the face. We draw the chi down, in to the brass basin. So gather the clouds to make a jade pillow. Gather the chi, bring it to the back of the head. And then exhale, tucking chin, tucking tailbone, stretching the back. Inhale, we come up, opening wide. Then exhale, straightening the old man's beard, we draw the chi in to the brass basin. So we'll do a few more of these. So inhale, gather the chi, stretch the front of the body. Exhale, stretch the back of the body. Inhale, we come up, lifting the ribs. Exhale, we come on down. So inhaling. And exhale. So we'll do 2 more. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. The next one we're going to be doing is return to fetal position. So for this one, we use a robin's egg fist. You reach forward, tuck the thumb in, bring the fingertips to the thumb. We've covered this in several other videos as well, but here we go again. So bring the thumb in, bring the fingertips to the thumb, so we have a hole that you can see through. And that's what we're looking for. You want to hold a robin's egg in your fist, hence the name. So for this one, we come forward. We gather some chi into that robin's egg fist. Bring it around to the kidneys. We come forward, we come past just below the ribs. And we bring the wrists towards each other. You bring the elbows towards each other. You sink down, bring the elbows towards the knees, the head towards the wrist. And then we come up. And we drop the chi in to the brass basin. So from the side, it looks like this. Gathering the chi from the heavens. Bring it around to the kidneys. And then we lower down towards the earth. Inhale, we come up, circling the abdomen, drop the chi in to the brass basin. So inhaling. Inhale, we come up. Exhale. So inhale, gather the chi, bring it around to the kidneys. Exhale, we lower down. Inhale, we come up. And exhale. Once more. Now, the last movement in the Golden Chi Ball series is leading the Golden Chi Ball around the small circuit. Small circuit goes from the root up to the crown. And so what we're going to be doing is leading the chi up the back, up the governing vessel. And then we're going to lead the chi down the front, down the conception vessel. So we're making a circuit from the root, from the Hiiiiisssss, up the back, up the governing vessel, over the top of the head, the Baha'i point, and then down the front of the body, the conception vessel, and back to the root at the Hiiiiisssss. And of course, we do this to the breath and to the chimes as well. So we start with stirring up the chi in the brass basin. Now we hold some chi here at the surface. Exhale, we push down to the root. Inhale, we come up the back with a dragon's back. Exhale, down the front with a turtle back. So inhale, small triangle, we lift the gaze. Exhale, large triangle, we lower the gaze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we come up the back. Exhale, we come down the front. Once more. right, and that's the end of the Golden Chi Ball series. So we wrap it up with pull down the heavens 3 times. So inhale, gather the chi from the earth. And exhale, bring it down from the heavens. Last one. All right, so now we're going to briefly go through the healing sounds associated with spring. And so this is for the liver and the gallbladder. The healing sound is shh. And so what you do is you put your hand on your liver. My liver is here. Your liver should be on the right side of the body as well. So put your left hand on your right side, covering the liver. I like to have my thumb pointing up on the sternum while I cover the liver. And this hand is here. But first of all, I just remembered we have to adjust the feet a little bit. So put the hand over your liver. We reach out to the side. So it's inhale, and you gather a green chi ball in the palm of your hand. So this is inhaling. And then exhale. We're here. Come back here again. Inhale. So there's several things going on here. We're doing it 3 times. And each time is for a different aspect of the body. So it's inhale here, and the first one is for the jing, the physical body. The second one is for the energetic body, the chi, and the third repetition is for the mind, the consciousness, the intention. That's the third part. So jing, chi, and shen, the physical body, the energetic body, and the thinking body. So let's do it again with those thoughts in mind. So the hand over the liver. We're reaching out here, gathering a green ball of chi in the palm of our hands. Inhaling. And then exhale. You watch the hand each time. So inhale. And once more. Now there's an animal associated with spring as well and with the healing sounds, and this animal is the deer. And so you make the deer antlers, so just so you have a close-up look at it. So the deer antlers look like this. So fold the middle 2 fingers in, hold them with the thumb. And what we're going to do is we're going to rub around the waist a couple times, and then we're going to come up by the side of the head, like so. So let's have a look at what this looks like. So you lower down to the earth. You come down here, and we go 1, 2, 3, and we come up here by the sides of the head, and you exhale. And if you feel your balance is good, you can lift up on your toes. If you're feeling really energetic, you can leap up into the air, as deer do. And that's the energy of the spring, is very much bursting up out of the earth. Let's do it a couple more times. So inhale. So that's the jing, this is the chi. And so that's the healing sound for spring, shh, which works on the liver and the gallbladder. And so now we're going to wrap up for today with pull down the heavens. So inhale, gather the chi from the earth, look over the shoulder. Turn to the opposite side, look over the other shoulder. And then we bring the chi down in to the brass basin. And that's the class for today. So thank you all for coming.